The frame is painted. We had some good weather, so I had to quick take advantage of it. So I didn't spend much time filming this. I ended up putting 2 coats on of that Summit paint. Take a look at that. Here's what I used right here. Chassis shield, they're calling it, semi-gloss. A couple of the reviews said the gloss would come off over time. I really don't care, I like gloss. You have to get this rear end housing painted. The goal is to get this to be a roller again so I can roll it out. And then I can work on painting the firewall and floors on this. So I'm gonna work on getting miscellaneous pieces ready for sandblasting, because that's really the easiest way to clean them up. Like this, you know, this will clean up beautifully. Both of the e-brake cables work perfectly fine. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in this position, I'm gonna tape it up real good. Probably tape it from here down. And I'm gonna tape this rubber and I'm gonna blast it. Hopefully it doesn't screw it up. I have a set of repop ones of these in my basement, but I'd rather use the originals if possible. Let's see, how hard is this thing to get off? It ain't that hard, because I just did one. Got my beer over there, almost spilled it. That wasn't so bad. So, vacuum plates ready for blasting. So back to these cables. So a little bit of mineral spirits. This looks like it's all mud. Just want to make sure the stuff cleans up good so it has a good appearance under there. I'm contemplating having a body shop paint the car just because I don't have time to be screwing with all that. These will clean up pretty good, I think. Once there's some paint on there and all this crap is off of it. Just hope the media doesn't somehow get in here and screw it up, because right now, like I said, they work really good. I taped these up for the sandblaster. And I wire wheeled that crap off there, and I'm starting to think that it's just such a small piece, I might wire wheel these instead of sandblasting them, just to make sure you don't screw them up. Here's the sway bar. Pretty sure these 2 lower control arms are exactly the same. I always like taking the tape off and see like instant results. Being that spring up worked okay. I don't want to get a lot of paint on it because it's going to be flexing its ass off and I don't want to chip it off of there. Pleased with the results here. Spring kind of looks like crap compared to the rest of it, but I can probably clean that up. I'd cleaned these up a while back when I redid that front end. I think I'm going to add some more, a little more shark hide on them to try to protect them. Had these gaskets from the factory. These bolt heads were painted already as well. Probably went on this way. Rollers back on, rotors back on. I'm not going to put the steering linkage on yet. I want to paint the bolts that hold the power steering box on and the idler arm. Possibly the sway bar too. But this is enough to put the tires on it and at least drop it down. Okay, got that frame down on 2 wheels at least and a rolling cart so I can move it around. Now I'm going to dry assemble this rear end so I can clean it without getting a bunch of crap inside of it. Some new parts came in. I'm going to put a sacrificial seal in it just so you don't get crap in there. I tried saving the old one, but it got tore up. Here's that vent tube. I actually got this off Amazon. It's from Inline Tube. So that should look nice. Here's an ARP stud kit. I'm not going to put that in yet though. I was going to use this Ultimate 10 cover here, and it's got the provision for that bar like I put on my AMC to brace the axle tubes, but I changed my mind. I think I'm just gonna use the factory one because it has like this channel that feeds lube to the carrier bearing. The Ultimate 10 cover doesn't have it. Gail Banks has a good video on what happens inside the rear end with some of these aftermarket covers. I may eventually use that other cover, I don't know, but for now, I'm gonna use this one. I blasted this yoke. I taped the seal surface. I mean, with the tape here, so it wouldn't get damaged. Easy those shims went in there. They're one-piece shims. When you try doing this with like a bunch of little thin shims, it can be a bugger. If you have at least one-piece shim, it's easier. I might machine some when I assemble this rear end. Here's all the original cover bolts. I cleaned up the back side of this. Wish I had a gasket, I don't. I might order one before I start wire wheeling on this, just to make sure it's all sealed up good. So this notch in this cover, that one right there, directs gear lube right to this hole here. And the gasket's like a little rectangle, so gear lube can pass through. I believe it's to keep this tube full of gear lube and feed both the carrier bearing and the axle bearing. Yeah, you'll notice this side doesn't have it. Tough to see, but on top there's like a little hole. You must figure that that's enough to feed that. And this side there's a gigantic hole. Look at that thing. In the future, whenever I'm filling up a rear end, I think I'm gonna squirt a bunch of gear lube in both these holes to try to fill up that axle tube as much as possible. That way things don't run dry. Here's that vent tube. That's gonna tap on there nice. Be a nice contrast after it's painted. If anybody wants a part number of that, there it is. For now, I just went through my cap selection. I found this. I think I can force it in there so it's not gonna block any of the paint. I already cleaned this area of the wire wheel, so I really don't have to do any more cleaning right there. So that should paint up nice right there. And if anyone's wondering, that Timken seal number, looks like it's a 2043. Really looking forward to cleaning up these welds. This is like all boogered up around there. I might take off some of these casting seams too, I don't know. You can see this rear end is not all pitted. It's gonna be smooth like this when I'm done. So this rear end is gonna look really nice. Yeah, I was thinking about, you know, the Ultimate cover has those tubes that come off. You have to weld a bracket back here. I don't know. I just can't quite do it to this rear end. Maybe if I want to, I'll use that other housing. I'm gonna try to prime most everything else that's left at once. So I'll be back at you at a future date. Thanks for watching.